Hey everyone, thanks for checking out another video. Now, I must apologize, this is blurry, my camera was out of focus, but yeah, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but I hope you can still see everything and whatnot. So anyway, this is going to be on some crazy Pentecostal curls all over the back of the head. So to get started, what you're going to do is take a section, the front section of your hair, kind of right behind the ears and up is where you're going to divide it. And please ignore my crazy hairline. I have like a major widow's peak, so my hairline goes back super far. But anyway, you're going to take that front section and just pin it up out of the way for now. And then for the back sections, you're going to divide them into 3 different parts and then tie those off with clear elastic bands. Now, I only did mine about 2 times around, but then on the last time, what you're going to do is only pull the loop through halfway, just like that. And then you're going to flip it upside down, as I show you here in a second. And so that way the ends of the hair are at the top of the head and that one's at the bottom. Now from here, what you're going to do is take that loop and fan it out a little bit, just like so. And now you're going to do that for all the sections of your hair. And it's okay if it gets kind of messy. That actually kind of helps the look a little bit, so it's okay. You see my one over there on the right is kind of sloppy, but that's okay. Now what you're going to do is take all those ends and just pin them up out of the way for now. Now as far as the little loops, what you're going to do is spread them out a bit and flatten them to the head, kind of there at the base, if that makes sense. Don't stick bobby pins and stick them down flat to your head. You want the ends to be nice and full. So what you're going to do is just fan them out as far as possible. And as I show you here in a second, as soon as I turn around, other way, there we go. Okay, you're gonna pull it up way up past your ear. So get it just as high up as you can, but don't make a full circle out of them. So you're gonna go ahead and pin that up and fan the other one out as well. Like I said, don't make a full circle. You're just gonna fan them out a good amount. And then you're gonna pin that in place. And you're gonna repeat that all over the head with the other sections. Just don't be too worried about getting it perfect on the first try. Like we're gonna go through later towards the end of the video once we're finished with all the other curls and clean it up a bit. So right now you're just worried about just getting the basic form. So like I said, repeat that through all the little loops you have there and keep it messy. That's fine. Keep it nice and fluffy and fanned out. And a little trick, whenever I do my hair like this, I wear a collared shirt, so that way I can flip up my collar when I go to hairspray, and that keeps the hairspray from going down your shirt. It also keeps the hairspray from getting all over the shirt that you're going to wear and then stinking it all up, you know, like the smell of your hairspray. And it also helps keep the stuff off your neck and avoids breakouts. So that's why I do it. So now we're going to go ahead and take out the top section, these little ends that you had pulled up, and you should have about half of your hair length left. Now I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that the top was kind of out of the frame here, but what I'm doing is taking a small section about that size, a couple centimeters, and I'm just wrapping it around 2 of my fingers. And then once I get towards the end, I just slip my fingers out and then hold the curl and pin it in place. And then when you're done, you just want to spread out the curl like so. So yeah, I'm just going to repeat that all throughout my hair. And it is a pretty long process. This whole hairstyle took me 25 minutes. But I was like watching a lot to making sure I was in the frame and like looking back a lot to make sure that you guys could see it okay. And obviously I didn't do a good job because I still messed up. But anyway, without recording, it probably takes me like 10-15 minutes. It's not that lengthy once you get the hang of it. These pinup curls can be a little bit of a challenge, but if you see here in the mirror, if you watch me do this next one, you can kind of see the technique that okay, no, I just cut it out. Anyway, like I said, just wrap it around the 2 fingers, and then once you get towards the end, slip the fingers out and then pin it in place. And now I'm going to go back into my little turtle mode here, or Dracula collar, whatever you want to call it, and pop it up, spray it, and then now we're going to go through and fill in all the holes. Like I said earlier, you didn't have to worry about it being kind of sloppy, but now this is where you want to go through and fix it. So I'm just tugging and spraying and pinning, covering up all the little gaps that I have in my hair. And then we're going to take down this front section, and I'm just slightly giving it a little bit of a tease and then smoothing it back and then positioning it to frame my face, you know, how I like. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin that in place. Now again, don't worry about the back being perfect. We're still not finished. We're going to go through and perfect everything right at the end. So if yours is still kind of looking a little weird and sloppy, that's okay. Don't worry too much about it. Now with this part, you can kind of see in the mirror now how I'm doing it. With these parts, you have the full length of your hair. So what you want to do is grab thinner sections of hair, because before you had half the length of your hair. So when you curled it up, you wanted to use a little bit bigger, thicker chunks, but now you want to keep them pretty thin, because if your hair is kind of long like mine, once you wrap it all up like that, it's going to be a lot thicker. You're going to have a lot of hair there, and it keeps it consistent looking with the rest of the curls. You don't want some of your curls to be really, really thick and chunky and the rest of them to be really scrawny. So keep that in mind when you're doing these. And then once again, pop in the collar and then spraying it in place. And as you can tell here, it still looks a little weird. I still have some curls sticking out the side, but I'm not worried about them too much yet. I'm just basically focusing on getting the basic shape, making sure that the curls aren't going away too crazy. So as you can see here, this is almost done. Just fluffed up a little bit, and now I'm going to the front. And this is where we start fine-tuning and messing around with the details and making sure that you've got it how you like it. So now I'm adding in a big bow right there at the top, and then my poof, like I said, it was kind of coming out a little bit, or it was kind of like my sides were poofing out a bit. So now I'm just going to go through and fix that. So basically at this point, because you've got the base of the hair and you've got the curls all pinned up and you've got your little patches, separated parts covered and all the curls are fluffed out, basically you just find the ones that you don't really like and then just shove a bobby pin in them, because we've already focused on getting all the chunks covered up and the bobby pins covered up earlier. So now you just want to go through and just kind of shape it how you like. So if you can tell down there towards my neck, the curls aren't sticking out as wide as they were. All you had to do is just stick some bobby pins, and that kind of tames the curl. It's really important to make sure that you're not pinning from the top of the curl. You don't want to smash your curl down. So make sure that you're always pinning down towards the roots, and you're focusing on pinning to the base of your head, and you're not flattening any of the curls. So now these are just some close-up shots. A hairspray is definitely a must for this, because the flyaways, and I did my best to tuck away my flyaways, but this is still kind of a more sloppy version. You could definitely spray each little piece as you do the little finger curls. You could do that, but that just gives it more of like a stiffer, clean look. But I just decided to keep mine just a little bit messier. So anyway, I hope you girls enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to see more hair tutorials, then just let me know below. Bye.